Brits in North East England will pay hundreds of pounds more than those living in the capital, London. A survey says people in poorer areas will have to fork out more than those living in wealthier southern regions. And I thought we were supposed to be about levelling up, not levelling down. Does this show that we are still a very London-centric council, especially when it comes now to council tax? Well, joining me now is the CEO of Taper Plus and North East resident, Aman Chahal. Welcome to the show, Aman. A lot of people will be looking at these figures today and absolutely scratching their heads and saying for a Band D property in the North East of England, you'll now be paying more for the same property worth much more money in London. How on earth is this happening, and how does that make you feel as a resident of the North East?
I'm sure Martin, known in the North East, is happy about paying more council tax. But I think we need to remember that council tax hasn't been re-evaluated or reformed in over 30 years. So it's something that's well overdue. And we do have a higher percentage of low-value homes in the North East. So that has made an impact.
Yeah, but when you look at the numbers, I mean, how is it even fair that you'd be paying £240 more than a property in London? People, you say you've got lower price houses. That is, of course, true. But also you have lower wages, and therefore the net impact on people in the North East, beg your pardon, is a double whammy. A lot of people will be looking at this and thinking, is this country really about levelling up, or is this all about taking care of the Ponces in London? Pardon my French.
I think it's important to remember that the North East does have a lot going for it. Housing is cheaper, salaries are going up all the time, and as a company who's involved in specialist building products, we've got a choice to remain in the North East, and we choose to do that because there's skills, infrastructure and support available. So as long as the money remains in the North East, I don't think anyone will have an issue with it, Martin. We certainly don't want to be like the people in Birmingham, who we have an office in Wolverhampton, and Birmingham's just next door, and their council's going bust. So as long as it keeps being invested in the North East, I don't think there'll be an issue.
But are you seeing this money being wisely spent? We hear all the time about terrible pothole issues, about a crumbling of services locally. Are you happy in the North East with what you're seeing for the return on your council tax?
We are certainly seeing a lot of levelling up, Martin, and it has had a big impact. We've seen the railways have been improved, so transport links have improved, connectivity's improved massively, and it's just a great place to be.
Well, that's very diplomatically put. Thank you very much for joining us on the show, and that's the CEO of Taper Plus and North East resident Aman Chahal. Thank you very much for joining us on the show. Now,